Have you ever felt like managing your money is just a constant uphill battle? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive into why our finances feel so squeezed in this digital age and, more importantly, what we can actually do about it.
So, to get our heads around all this, here's our game plan. First, we'll put a name to that financial pressure so many of us are feeling. Then, we're going to uncover the new digital risks that can trip us up. After that, we'll build a modern financial toolkit, learn how to put it into action, and finally, get to the real goal, what it means to achieve financial well-being.
All right, section 1, the modern money problem. Let's start with a feeling that's become way too common, that nagging sense that no matter how hard you work, your finances are just stretched to their absolute breaking point. It seems like such a simple question, right? But the answer is, well, it's anything but. And I want to be really clear here. If you feel this way, it is not some personal failing. There are some huge systemic forces at play that make feeling in control of your money seem more out of reach than ever before. This one statistic just gets right to the heart of it. According to the Money Advice Service, a staggering 4 out of 10 people couldn't easily cover an unexpected 300-pound bill. I mean, we're not talking about affording a holiday here. We're talking about a surprise car repair or a washing machine breaking down. This level of financial fragility has become the new normal for millions of people.
So, section 2, new hurdles, new risks. What is actually causing all this fragility? The thing is, our financial world has been totally reshaped by challenges that our parents' and grandparents' generations just never had to deal with. Let's break down what they are.
Okay, first up, the gig economy. Now, on the surface, the flexibility for 59 million Americans sounds amazing. But underneath all that freedom, there's a serious trade-off. Your income can be a total roller coaster, feast or famine. You basically become your own HR department, sorting out retirement and health insurance, and then you have to navigate this complex maze of taxes. It is a financial high-wire act, for sure. Now, check this out. For millions of people, their first taste of investing isn't stocks or bonds anymore. It's crypto. And this quote from a user on Reddit just perfectly captures that experience. When I went to a website to view coins, it was like walking into a casino. It's this gamified, high-stakes world that feels way more like gambling than a long-term retirement plan. It can be a really confusing and often very risky introduction to the financial markets. But you know what? The hurdles aren't just external. A lot of the time, the biggest obstacle is our own brain. Behavioral science has shown us time and again how our own psychology can sabotage our best efforts. Take the empathy gap. That's just a fancy way of saying our brain has a really hard time connecting with our future self. It's why we spend that money today instead of saving it for a person who, to our brain, kind of feels like a stranger. Each one of these hurdles systematically works against us. All right, section 3, the financial literacy toolkit. We've laid out all the problems. Now let's actually talk about some solutions. To navigate this new landscape, we need a whole new toolkit, and that means we have to redefine what financial literacy even is. So this is the term we all need to get familiar with: digital financial literacy, or DFL for short. Think of it like this. Old school financial literacy was about, balancing a checkbook. DFL is about safely navigating a world of banking apps, crypto exchanges, and robo-advisors, and having the confidence to make smart choices in the middle of it all. And DFL really breaks down into these 5 essential pillars. Yeah, you need the classic financial knowledge about interest and inflation, sure, but you also have to understand the tech, know what services are even out there and how to use them. But look at number 5. This one is huge. Research shows that self-protection from digital scams is one of the most critical skills you can have for your financial well-being today. Okay, section 4, strategies for control. We've got the toolkit. Now, how do we actually use it? Let's dive into some really practical strategies you can start using to take back control of your finances. Especially if you have a fluctuating income, the zero-based budget is an absolute game changer. The idea is really simple. Your income minus all your expenses, and that includes savings and debt payments, has to equal 0. This forces you to give every single pound, every single dollar, a specific job. It replaces that financial anxiety with real intention and control. Now, when it comes to getting out of debt, there are 2 main schools of thought. First, you've got the debt snowball. This is all about psychology. You pay off your smallest debts first to get those quick wins and build momentum. Then you have the debt avalanche. This is pure math. You target the debt with the highest interest rate to save the most money in the long run. Look, neither one is right or wrong. The best one is simply the one you'll actually stick with. Okay, so this brings us to the most important question of all. Why? Why go through all this effort of budgeting and paying off debt? The goal isn't just about seeing a bigger number in your bank account. It's about achieving something so much more meaningful. And this chart here, this really brings it all together. As you can see, digital financial literacy, that's the starting line. It gives you the power to make better financial decisions. And those positive actions, in turn, directly reduce your financial stress and lead you straight to the ultimate goal, genuine well-being. And let's be super clear about what financial well-being means. It is not about being rich. It's about having control. It's about knowing you can handle that unexpected £300 bill without panicking. It's about having the freedom to make choices based on what makes you happy, on your values, not just on your bank balance. That is the real prize. So I'll leave you with this thought to chew on. As our financial world gets more and more automated, more complex, maybe the ultimate skill isn't about picking the right stock or finding the perfect app. Maybe, just maybe, the most valuable asset we can possibly develop is the ability to manage our own behavior, our own biases, and our own decisions in the face of it all.